Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Quick look here at Myro, seeing what's going on. We didn't get that bounce that we were hoping for right here at the level of about 18 cents. That is a key important focus area for us to kind of make sure that we close above that level, being a previous resistance. So even though we are tentatively testing that level, it doesn't mean we've broken below yet. So again, it didn't hold overnight, but the candlestick is still young, and we're going to see here soon if this has any reason to be able to hold there. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is the site, link down below. What we want to do here for Myro, first and foremost, is just quickly confirm a couple of factors here on the daily, such as the moving averages, and just to clarify too, because I'm not trying to concern you or scare you at all, but we're in good shape here, decently well. In other words, I know yesterday I was like giving you kind of a worst case scenario, but the truth is we're above all moving averages here, and that's an important factor to say the least. Being over the 20 on the daily is not a lot of, not any, actually pretty much almost every coin I know about at this point, specifically top 100, they are not even close to being above the 50, okay? Or yet alone even the 20, okay? So again, we got some really, really good stuff there. Does it mean the price is going to stay where it's at? No. It just implies we have some support if the price pulls back. We are pulling back, of course. Stochastic swinging down. Traditional RSI money flow index coming down as well. So there's no other way around it, folks. We got a MACD divergence here, pretty much fully diverged, letting us know that the further downside is likely, okay? So what's going to do, what do we take, what does it take to get that to change and to shift gears? Well, first of all, we got to recognize that this is the daily time frame. And the MACD can be very misleading, so to speak, if you were to only focus on that one thing. We can, however, look, if we kind of zoom out just a little bit and kind of summarize here, we got a heavy concentration of volume at about 7.6. Not saying the price will go down to that level, just know that that's a strong support level and that there hasn't been as much volume accumulated in this upper range as there has been previously before that breakout. Because when I talked about this previously, I covered it right in this range here. I remember 8 cents being a very important level. Once we closed above it, it took off. That is still a heavy concentration of volume. So just know we need more volume at this level to sustain this price action. And if we do kind of zoom in a little bit, we can still see that there's plenty of volume here. Okay, this just, again, a lot less if you compare it with previous. Most coins are going to be a similar circumstance there because obviously people are going to be able to buy twice as much because it was half the cost. Okay, so again, there's that too. Okay, anyways, just kind of prefacing there. However, let's go ahead and take a look at some important factors here in the 4 hour. We're still maintaining above the 100. That's awesome. We are now below the 50 and the 20. We were kind of testing that when we looked at this last. So it is somewhat of a loss there. That's not a great sign. Does that mean the price is going to just drop like a rock? No, it just implies that we're on the wrong side of the tracks here. We're under 50 in the RSI. Money flow index is trying to come up. Maybe we might get the bounce here soon. But the truth is stochastic swinging down as well. So these are all adversely contributing factors, things letting us know the price is going down and should continue, okay? So again, when you see this, it doesn't necessarily mean you open a short and you go balls to the wall and you take everything you got and put it in. Please don't do that. Some people think that when I say don't take a long, they just instantly take a short, and that's how it works. You need to understand 95% of trading is either taking a long or a short, or sorry, deciding to not take a long or a short, and that 5% is the time in which you should. So do you think really that as soon as you confirm that you shouldn't go up, you just instantly go down? Not at all. You wait for a good entry on the way down, because if you just jump in willy-nilly, you'll get lucky sometimes, but you need to know the way the traffic is heading, right? It'd be like trying to drive into oncoming traffic in rush hour. It's not going to be as ideal as driving into oncoming traffic when it's the middle of the night and there's no other cars around, okay? You'll have more success not getting in a head-on collision, okay? Terrible analogy because nobody should ever do that, but that should get the point across. What I'm getting at here, though, is if we take a look at TD sequential, we are overextending ourselves into this support level at roughly 17/18 cents, okay? So again, as I mentioned before, that's a support level for us. Holding that line is very important. So if we do not hold this line, again, 16.2 or 14 cents would be the next potential fib levels for us, okay? So that's kind of where we're at there in that sense. On the hourly, let's double check this here. On the hourly and kind of see, we'll wrap this up for you folks. And just confirm again, we're underneath the cloud. When I talked about this yesterday, we were getting close to being below the cloud, and it was just not really a good buy zone. Even more of a reason not to consider buying right now, but all the same, this isn't the worst step to consider. Just throwing it out there. But again, truth is, confirmation-wise, we do not have any confirmation here to open along. All three of these indicators are telling us a short position is viable. We're below a resistance, we have momentum to the downside, lagging span is free and clear. So I would say if the price can kind of do sideways and up, this would be a good entry target for us, is the 19-cent range. Okay, that would put us naturally above the cloud. We would be above this descending trend, which I haven't drawn out yet, but there is one. And again, I'll tighten this up and send this on our playout charts, but generally speaking, we want to be above this trend line and we want to be above the cloud. Those are confirming factors that we look for. Obviously, we'll look at other things too at that time, but that should put us naturally over 50 on the RSI too in the 4-hour, and we should be in a pretty sweet spot to consider a long position. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin's success or lack thereof. Bitcoin retest 37, 38,000. A lot of this is moot. Okay, and price will continue lower. If Bitcoin can sustain itself at 40,000-ish, we're going to be in a situation where the price action could and should continue lower, or sorry, should continue higher. Again, Myro is fairly independent of Bitcoin, but it's also, its success is contingent on Bitcoin not being a complete and utter failure. Okay, that's generally what we're looking at. So that's kind of where we're at there. Again, I would say 19 cents is a strong baseline for consideration for a long. Right now, if you have a short open, leave it open. I'm not saying you should take a short right now because we're massively overextended to the downside. It wouldn't make a ton of sense. The price would just keep dropping, unless Bitcoin does as well. Okay, pay attention to that, folks. If you're curious on what Bitcoin is doing, please watch my Bitcoin videos so you can understand more specifically what I mean by that. If you don't know what Bitcoin's doing, you're doing yourself a disservice. Make sure you understand it. I hope you have a good learning experience here. Make sure you check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, highly recommended. They've really hooked up our community recently with some nice rewards. Of course, use my link to register. But as a no KYC, no VPN exchange, they had recent updates last night and they compensated everybody for any potential losses there. It was just a really, really cool thing. So I got complete admiration for this this group, and I'm super happy to be able to represent them positively because they take great care of their members. Thank you again, Bitunix. Have yourself a great rest of the day, though. I hope to see you again soon. We'll see you the next one. Take care.